Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another week of daily energy draws. Quick announcement, we do have a new Ascension energy update here on the channel, and I feel like the energy this week is going to be picking up on that. I was called to use the Magdalene Oracle for today, for Monday. We just had Easter. Happy Easter to those of you who celebrate. Really anchoring in and bringing in that Christ Sophia consciousness. Now remember, that is an energy. It is non-religious. We're bringing in that energy. We're bringing in that crystalline consciousness. We're bringing in the energy of pure unconditional love, light, more soul self, anchoring that higher level of consciousness in. That's what it is. It's all about the energy here. We have been channeling a lot about rebirth. It doesn't feel so much of a rebirth, although some of you might be at the point where you're feeling that shift. Some of us felt that a couple of months ago. I felt that with the surrender shift. It felt like a rebirth. I'll put the link to that reading, that message, in the description box below. This feels more like a transition. This feels more like not a complete rebirth, but it feels like a transition, a moving into the next phase, moving into more of a quantum leap is what we had channeled in the Ascension energy update. Just really anchoring more of that energy in. That's what this feels like. And it feels like this week we're channeling all about support for the Ascension journey with Mary Magdalene. I'm going to get the Keepers of the Light for the Ascended Masters. I'm just getting called to all of these support, all of those who are helping us on our journey, helping to support us on our Ascension journey. That's what this feels like. And so check out the Ascension energy update for more on this energy. But that's what it feels like. It doesn't, for some, it might feel like a complete rebirth, like a complete shift in perspective, shift in consciousness. For many of us, this is going to be an anchoring in and an integration as we walk into the new, as we head into the new, really shedding the debris of the old as we head into the new. For a lot of us, we had already experienced that rebirth energy, and this is just the debris of that shedding of the old. So take it as it resonates with you. Everybody is exactly where they need to be on their own journey. Everybody's path might look a little bit different. We're all part of the collective, but it might resonate with everybody in a different way. So you're here, you are listening to this and receiving the messages, how they're meant for you, in the time that they're meant for you. All of my readings are meant to be timeless, so feel free to look back at the playlist on the channel and take whichever one is calling out to you. There might be a message in there for you, for your point in your journey. Sometimes I'm even called back to go back and listen to old readings, and there's something that was there that I'm experiencing now. Time is non-linear. We are multidimensional beings, so really embrace that and just allow your journey and your path to keep flowing as it wants to. So like I said, we're going to be using the Magdalene Oracle today. Again, it feels like ascension support, growth support that is coming in, and it feels like we talked about in the Ascension energy update, it feels like yesterday's portal, the 4-4 portal, is really, until the new moon, assisted with all the cosmic events that are happening between the new moon and the eclipses of the summer. There's a lot that is supporting us at this time, supporting our ascension. So there's a lot of that is changing within ourselves, that is going to be changing within our physical worlds. It does feel like a rebirth of our physical world. So if you've experienced that rebirth within, you might be experiencing a rebirth within your physical world, by which it means more abundance, more joy, more happiness, more harmony, more relationship, just more coming in. So take that as it resonates for you. But it just feels like a physical shift because of the inner shift as well. And that's going to be playing out over the course of the next few months. So let's see what Spirit has for us today. Okay. Spirit, what message do you have for us today, please? What message do you have for us today? Monday. Okay, exactly. We have Ascension and we have Judgment. The Judgment. What's interesting about Judgment is this is calling to the Judgment card in traditional tarot. For me, the Judgment card is about awakening. It's about ascension. It's about being called to rise to the next level of your ascension journey. So again, the ascension energy update from this weekend, really profound, really pivotal at this point in time. I'll link in the description box below. Make sure that you're checking that out, because that's what this is all about. It's all about your soul growth, your evolution, and your ascension. That's what everything is all about. And especially if you're in a sacred union, a sacred partnership, you and your partner are ascending together. You're doing this what I call is the sacred union path to ascension. You're doing this in partnership with another. You're doing this with your sacred partner, with your twin flame, your twin soul, however it is that you want to label it. You are embarking on the path to ascension together. That's what this is all about. We are entering the next phase of our journey. We're entering the next phase of our ascension process. And you're doing this, especially with a sacred partner, you're doing this in harmony now together. For many of you, you'll be coming back into more communication. For others of you, you'll be coming into a higher level of commitment, higher level of communication, higher level of understanding, higher level of relationship. Whatever it is, it's all about the growth. You are moving forward. You are moving up. up. And you do that, a reminder, by going deep within, by knowing yourself. That was a message too that came forth in the Ascension Energy Update. But this is a call to rise, and that's exactly what it is. It's not so much a rebirth. I mean, some of you might be experiencing that rebirth energy, but it is a shift. It is, we have been channeling that, that we will be moving into the next level of ascension, the next level of awakening. We've been channeling that for the past several months. The solstice leading into the equinox, leading into the previous full moon, all supporting that transition. And now we're anchoring that in. That time is here and now. The next level is here and now. This is what we're anchoring in. This is what we're anchoring in. I just keep getting that call to rise. The time is now. You're being asked to rise. You're really being asked to do the work and go deep within and shed any of the old templates, any of the old patterns, any of the old mindsets. You're being called to shift perspective around your journey and around yourself in order to continue to ascend higher. And you are being so supported in this. Don't feel like you're alone. This could be a very difficult process to shift perspective, a very difficult process to shift out of old beliefs, especially about yourself, but that's the ego. The ego likes comfort. The ego likes what it knows. And any new belief, any shift in perspective is foreign, and so there's going to be some kind of resistance. Even I'm hearing cognitive dissonance, where there's going to be some pushback from the ego. But you're being asked to expand. You're being asked to open your mind. You're being asked to just go within the heart self and release the ego and let your soul just kind of take over. Just keep following your heart, because your heart knows the way. Your heart, your soul self is the navigational system. It knows the way. You let it take the lead. Allow yourself to work through the fears. Don't attach to the fears. Don't let the fears hold you back. Move through them so that your soul can keep rising higher and higher, so that your intuition can keep singing louder, so to speak, singing over the screams somewhat of the ego, because the ego likes to shout and the soul is very quiet. So the more we quiet the ego, the more the soul expands. And this is what you're asked to do. You're asked to continue to expand in your mind and shift out of old beliefs, because you know what is no longer serving you. You know what old beliefs and old templates and old habits and old patterns aren't serving you anymore. You can feel that within you. And that feeling, that push, that pull just keeps getting stronger and stronger and stronger within you. And so the more that you resist that, the stronger that push gets. That's the universe kind of pushing you out of your comfort zone, pushing you to make that change, pushing you out of your ego. And the more you do this, the more your soul is just asking you to trust it, asking you to go with the flow, asking you to take that divinely inspired action, to take the lead and just go with where your soul is trying to lead you, into that change that your soul is trying to lead you into. And what it's trying to lead you to is the next level of yourself. The next level of your ascension is the next level of yourself, the next version of you into higher consciousness. And that's where you're being called to rise. That's where it's like the judgment day. Are you ready? Are you ready to be reborn? Again, I don't want to say it like that, because that's not so much an energy of rebirth, but in essence, maybe it is. Are you ready to be reborn? Are you ready to go higher? Are you ready to shift in consciousness? And your ego's like, no, 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 I'm not. And your soul is like, yes, I am. This is what you've been craving. This is what has been calling to you, but you have to allow it. And recognize, look at all the energy there. Recognize how supported you are. You are supported in the physical with your soul family, your soul tribe, your sacred partner. And you are with your ancestors, your spirit team, source energy itself behind you. That's the universe pushing you because it knows that you're ready, but you have to make that leap. You have to do that yourself. You're at that point in time where it's like the Two of Wands. It's like you're at a crossroads, but the decision point is now. You have to make that decision. You have to make that you have to make the call, is what they're saying. Do you want to stay in the old cycle, in the old version of you that just feels like dense, low energy? Do you want to keep repeating that same cycle where you just feel it just feels ucky. It just feels so sludgy. It just feels so heavy. Or do you want to keep ascending? And you do that by shifting. You do that by changing the pattern. And that pattern is going to look different for everybody. That shift in consciousness is going to look different for everybody. For some, it could be standing up for yourself. For some, it could be communicating more and expressing yourself more without that fear of your old traumas or your old patterns or your old beliefs. For some, it could be making a move. For some, it could be taking a leap in business or relationships. It's going to look different for everybody, but you know by what's in your heart, the call of your heart. And I just saw 11:11 on the timer. You know what you need to do. Don't let your ego mind hold you back or pull you back. Follow the heart now. Follow the intuition. You're being called to make that choice. You're being called to rise. This is your ascension journey. You're being called to ascend. You're being called to evolve. You're being called to grow. Shed the old layer of yourself. Don't hold yourself back. Okay, they just pulled back their energy, so I feel like that was the message for today. We're going to continue with this Ascension support, it feels like, over the next few days. We'll be back with Romance Angels on Romance Angels Friday. We'll see what comes in then. It was a powerful message of quantum healing in last Friday's daily energy draw, so we'll just see what comes in for Romance Angels Friday this week. Also, make sure that you're staying tuned for Sacred Union energy updates this week. And we might do another Ascension energy check-in. Also, I am planning on doing a live session, a Q&A, kind of like an Ask Me Anything about Ascension or sacred partnerships. And we'll also do a free message poll, I'm hoping, this week as well. So make sure that you're staying attuned to Facebook, Instagram, and the community posts here on YouTube. I'll have all those announcements up then as far as when we're scheduling. I'm sending you guys so much love, so much light, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.